Right now we're in WD Archery on Main Street. How you doing, Wade?
Good, how are you?
How long you been in business down here on Main Street?
We've been here 8 years now.
How's business?
It's good.
Are there a lot of archers around Cartersville?
There's a lot of bow hunters, yes.
And when's bow season?
So second Saturday in September.
So you've got everything here. You've got a good selection.
We've got it all. We do it all here.
You do it all. Right now you're going to take Rachel and you're going to show her how to shoot a bow. Do women do this, or is this primarily a man sport?
No, it's both.
Both? Yeah.
It's both.
Okay.
But primarily men do it, yes.
Primarily men, yeah. I mean, you have to have a lot of strength to pull a bow like this back?
Not this one.
I hope so. I hope I can pull it back. His is the one after you.
Let me get you an arrow here.
Are you ready, Rachel?
Yeah.
Not yet. She's going to step right up here. And
Okay.
I'm going to show her what to do first. Or more or less tell her. Whoop, I'm sorry. Put your hand through here. Your
This
left
one?
hand, yes. Hold the bow. This is going to work as a trigger. You know, like on a gun. You're going to hook it onto here. Push the trigger forward. Now what you're going to do, you're going to pull it back. This is going to come to your right eye. You're going to look through it with your right eye. Put this top green dot
In the center.
on this one right here.
Okay.
Speaking of preacher man, there's Mr. Barfield.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. You're all right. Can you see through this? Put that top pin on there and pull the trigger.
Very good.
I'm impressed. Very good.
WD Archery, everybody. This is Wade. Stop by and say hello. Thank you, Wade.
You're welcome.
Right now I'm with Jerry Holloway. How you doing, Jerry?
Doing good.
Tell everybody about this place.
This is the original depot for the city of Adairsville. It was finished in 1847. We had freight and passenger service here till 1967. Now it is a museum. We have all different exhibits on the history of Adairsville.
And what are you well known for here? The great locomotive chase?
That's probably our best claim to fame here. Happened during the Civil War in 1862. Some Union spies were trying to destroy the railroad that runs through Adairsville so that the Union could capture Chattanooga. And in order to do that, they stole a train in Marietta. They ran it northward on the railroad, intending to burn the covered wooden bridges north of Adairsville. They were chased by the conductor of the stolen train. He wasn't going to let his train get away. And so he commandeered several other trains. Here in Adairsville, he picked up a train called the Texas. They ran it backwards till they caught the stolen train just up the other side of Ringgold, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
The Texas was supposed to run a maximum of 30 miles an hour frontways. Mm-hmm. They were running at 60 miles an hour backward to try to catch the stolen train. And of course they did. And the raiders were all captured. And 8 of them were hanged, including the leader, James Andrews. Mm-hmm. The others were either escaped or were exchanged for Southern officers that the Union was holding.
So who are these pictures on the wall here?
The big one right here is James Andrews. The little ones are the Raiders, and you can see just above the circles, what happened to each one of them. You've got the ones that were hanged, the ones that escaped, and the ones that were exchanged. These guys here, the one with the hat was the conductor that started the chase. It was his train.
Which one?
Mr. Fuller, the one with the hat on top up here.
He was the conductor.
He was a conductor. He was 26 and a very fiery little man. He was determined to get his train back. So they ran on foot, actually. The one on the bottom right and the top left were also railroad employees. They ran with him. The bottom left with the long beard was the engineer of the Texas that he picked up here in Adairsville and used it to chase him. The other one was, he was the fireman of the Texas, a very young guy at the time. And they chased it to just the other side of Ringo.
Let's go over and look at these pictures here. I want to look at these. Now, who are these, the 6 Raiders?
They were all from 3 Ohio regiments fighting in Tennessee at the time. And Andrews was a civilian spy for the Union. He was raised in Virginia, so he had this southern way about him. He could come into the South and people would believe he was a southern boy that wanted to help.
And these
so
were
they'd tell him anything.
These were the 8 Raiders that escaped?
Yeah, the 8 escaped.
And these guys were all hanged.
Right. And Andrews was hanged. They were hanged in Atlanta, about a week apart. Neither one of them, they didn't give them shrouds or coffins or headstones or anything. They were trying to do as much disrespect so people would know that you don't come into the South and do this sort of thing. And they wanted the people of the South to understand we're not going to let this just slide through the cracks. So they hanged them. They didn't, give them the proper respect in their burial, because that's the final disrespect, is a disrespect in death.
Interesting coming out to visit your place this morning, Jerry. Thank you for having us. Tell everybody where you're located.
We're located exit 306 off the interstate, where you pass the intersection of Highway 140 and 41, turn down Main Street in Adairsville, and we're down on the old public square.
Thank you for joining us, Jerry.
Hi, I'm John from Possibilities Italian Restaurant, and we're located on 2810 Highway 113 connector in Taylorsville. We have calzones, we have strombolis, we have 16-inch pizzas, we have 14-inch pizzas, we have fried dough, we have fried cheesecake, everything fried. We bake our own bread, we make our own sauce. Our portions are large. We have our own hand-tossed pizzas, wings, Italian dinners, subs, salads.
Possibilities in Taylorsville.